Hey guys, my name is Darkwater Killer, and today I'll be showing you how to create a boss bar for your custom Minecraft bosses. I'll be using the same method that I used in my Diamond Golem data pack, which you can find a download link to in the description of this video. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. The first thing I'm going to do is create a blank data pack, and that is simply done by creating a folder and naming this folder whatever you want your data pack to be named. So I'm going to call this custom boss bar. And to make things easier, I'm going to open this in Visual Studio, and I'll be doing most of the rest of this stuff from there. Now you can call your data pack whatever you want, with the exception of it being called something like Minecraft or Vanilla, because that will cause a conflict inside the game when you try and load the data pack, and so it just means that your code won't work. But anyways, I have loaded up this folder and opened this folder as a workspace in VS Code, and the first thing I'm going to do is create a file that makes the game recognize that this is a data pack. Now this file is just going to be called pack.mcmeta, and it's structured like so. So you create pack in pack format. Now currently pack format doesn't matter. The standard right now is to just use the number 1. In the future there might be a change to where pack format does matter, but at the current moment pack format is not important. And then you can also add a description for your pack, and this, I'm just going to make this say custom boss bar tutorial video. Okay, so that's all for pack.mcmeta, so I can go ahead and close that. Now on the same layer, we're going to create a folder called data, and inside data, make another folder, call that Minecraft. Inside of Minecraft, another folder, call that tags. Finally, inside of tags, a final folder called functions. Now inside of functions, we're going to create 2 tags for functions. The first tag that we're going to create is going to be called load.json, and in here we're just going to say replace false values, and this is just going to be a list of values, and I'm going to say custom boss bar load. And then I'm just going to go ahead and copy this, create another file. The second one is going to be called tick.json, and you can paste the same thing, and instead of saying load, you can go ahead and put tick. Now that's it for those 2. And so this custom boss bar right here is important because this is going to be the namespace of your data pack. So in the case of the video that I'm making right now, in the case of this tutorial, I'm using the namespace custom boss bar, and so that's just important because we're going to be putting our functions in a separate folder that isn't the Minecraft data. It's going to be under a folder in data called custom boss bar. Now, so using that namespace, we're going to go back to data and create a new folder, and like I said, I'm going to be using custom boss bar as my namespace. And inside of custom boss bar, we're going to make our final folder, and it's just going to be called functions. The first function we're going to make is going to be called load.mcfunction, and inside of mcfunction you're going to want to type the following. I'm going to say boss bar add Minecraft custom boss bar custom boss, and then the second line is going to say boss bar set Minecraft custom boss bar max 20. And the reason I'm using max of 20 is because in this tutorial I'll be testing on an entity that has a maximum health of 20, which is also 10 hearts in game. And so you'll see why that's important later down the line when we actually show the data pack working. So we're done with load.mcfunction, and then we can create our last function file, which is just tick.mcfunction. And in here, For the sake of this tutorial, I'll be using a zombie to show you how the boss bar stuff works, because like I just mentioned, zombies have 20 health, so 10 hearts max. But this is what you would, whatever entity I write down in here, you would change that out with the entity that you are using to create your custom boss. So in the tick function, enter the following. It's going to be an execute as all entities that are of type Minecraft zombie, have the name zombie boss, and zombie boss would be whatever you name your boss. So instead of zombie boss, you could be like creeper boss or anything like that, any name you want essentially. And then finally, we're going to say if it doesn't have the tag of has boss bar. And so as all entities that fit this criteria, we're going to run tag. We're going to run that on itself, add has boss bar. After that, we're going to say execute if entity, all entities that have this tag of has boss bar. We're going to store the result of the boss bar function. We're going to store the result in boss bar Minecraft custom boss bar. We're going to store the value that we get when we run data get entity tag equals has boss bar. And in order to use the data thing on all entities, you have to limit that to one entity per call, and we're just going to store that health value in the boss bar. And then next up, execute as all entities that have the tag of has boss bar. We're going to execute that at the position of that selected entity. We're going to run boss bar set Minecraft custom boss bar players, and we're going to display this boss bar to all players that are within 50 blocks of this entity. And then execute unless entity has boss bar, like we've been doing. Run boss bar set Minecraft custom boss bar players. And so what this last line does is whenever this entity is killed, or if there's no entity present, what it's doing is it's removing that boss bar display so it doesn't persist at the top of the screen once you're done fighting this boss. And that is all you need to get this working. So I'm going to do the necessary stuff, like put this data pack into a world and then grab all the stuff that you need to actually make this function, and I will be right back. Alright, so I already loaded the data pack into this world and did everything that I needed to in order to get it all working. And so in order to get this data pack working, the one that I showed you how to make in this tutorial specifically, you just need a zombie and a name tag that would rename this entity to zombie boss. So when I take a zombie, I just rename it to zombie boss, and you see up here at the top of the screen you have a boss bar that says custom boss. Now you can see this zombie is taking damage, and as it loses health, that boss bar is decreasing. And once that boss bar hits 0, that boss bar disappears. And that's all I have for you guys today. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed this video, dislike if you didn't. It doesn't really matter to me. I just want your guys' feedback of what you guys thought of this video. So you could also leave feedback in the comments. If you want to interact with the rest of the community, consider joining the channel's Discord server, and I'll leave a link to that in the video description. If you have any suggestions for future videos or any questions, go ahead and feel free to leave a comment down below. And if you're new here, think about subscribing to my channel for more Minecraft coding content. I do some work on shaders lately, and just other various coding of things in Minecraft. I'll make showcases for little one-offs that I made with a data pack and stuff like that. So if you're interested in that, consider subscribing to my channel. And that's pretty much it. My name is Darkwater Killer, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.